host of the Gridiron.
Giants defense still remains in search of those dreaded interceptions. Oh, yeah. Remember those interceptions? Well, we have one. Giants have one, and we covered 6 fumbles. Okay. We have 1 interception. I think it was the first game of the year. So in the last 8 games, the Giants don't have any interceptions. Now, that you were kind of thinking, right, is that now one of the things is like with Wink Martindale, right? He would, a lot of it's man coverage, so you kind of running with the guy. So a lot of times if you're running, you got your back to the quarterbacks. You don't always necessarily know when the ball's coming. But a lot of times, maybe with Wink, he brings pressure burst pipes, as he says, get the guy off his mark, make him, throw a bad throw, whatever. I mean, the Giants last season had a decent amount of interceptions. So this season, you got 1. So you're thinking kind of like with Bowen coming in, and we're, a lot of times we're getting pressure, right? We're getting hurries, we're getting sacks with like a lot of times with our 4 guys. And with Bowen, right, guys playing, more of a zone kind of defense, they're backing up, right? They got, they look like that, I don't know, Camila, whatever that lizard is. One eye goes this way, one eye goes that way. So the cornerback's like one eye on the quarterback and one eye, anybody comes in the zone or whatever, right? I mean, if you got your, head, eyes kind of facing the quarterback, you should know when the ball's coming. You will kind of hope or think that, more interceptions would come from something like that. But nope, absolutely not. Nope, we got 1. So I mean, the Giants are, Daniel Jonesing for some interceptions. Giants defense remains in search of interceptions. They're tied for last in the league in defensive interceptions with 1. Wow. What the heck is going on? This season, NFL defenses have intercepted 195 passes. Oh, all right. Of that total, the New York Giants have contributed just 1, tying them with the Browns for the lowest number in the league. Now, I'll read you off some numbers here. There we go. Is that them? Okay, interceptions. Where are we at here? Okay, so I'll read these. Let me. I guess what the. What do I do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we'll go to top 10 here. The 10 teams with the least interceptions. Let me know what they all have in common. The Patriots, the Dolphins, the Cowboys, except for this one team, the Commanders. But the Titans, the Panthers, the Jets, the Jaguars, the Giants, and the Browns. Well, they all, right? Crappy teams. Right? Well, those are like the top. I mean, except for the Commanders. Commanders have only 3 interceptions, but they have, their offense has really been doing good. But I mean, it's like all losing teams. All losing teams. So the Giants have 1 interception, and the Browns have 1. And then you look at the takeaways on defense. Let's see, the Giants have 7, right? But other than the Eagles, right? I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. So other than the Eagles, right? The top 10 are, the one would be the Eagles, but put them aside. But right, Carolina, the Jets, the Giants, the Titans, the Dolphins, the Cowboys, the Raiders, the Jaguars, and the Browns. What do they all have in common? Their record. Right? Those are the teams with the except for the Eagles. Okay. But those are the teams with the fewest amount of turnovers on defense. Right. I said the Giants are, I said the Giants have 7, so we got the Eagles have 7 too. But the Eagles also have, their offense. The running back, they got Smith, Brown, good offensive line. So they're able to overcome that. I said the Giants have 7 turnovers on defense. The Jets have 7. Titans have 6. Dolphins 6. Cowboys with 6. Raiders, Jaguars, and Browns all have 5 turnovers on defense. And that coincides also with crappy records, right? It's a far cry from the first 2 years under head coach Brian Daboll when the Giants posted 6 picks in 2022, which still is absolutely freaking pathetic. But last year, 18, which was tied with the Ravens and the Saints, the league leading 18. To make matters worse for the 2024 Giants, who one would think would have more interceptions given how they led the league in sacks and pressures, they haven't had an interception in 8 straight games. So what gives? Opposing teams are just throwing good balls. We're not getting to them. That's the best way I can answer that, said defensive lineman Sexy Dexy. The stat is definitely a bug in the craw of defensive coordinator Shane Bowen, who said he doesn't think the defense has created enough opportunities to be in a position to pick off the ball, but notes that while he'd like to see more takeaways through the air, the sacks are just as big of a deal. I would say that's a major point of emphasis. I mean, I'd agree with you. You would think if you're able to affect, Bowen said, about the lack of interceptions. But again, if you're getting the sack numbers, they're not putting it up in the air either. So hopefully we can take advantage of those times when we're able to get some pressures, get them off their spot, make them uncomfortable back there. If there's an opportunity there that aren't great throws, we can take advantage of them. Let's see here. Bowen said it all starts with stopping the run on early downs, which the Giants really have not done. We've done a couple games, we've been okay stopping the run, but for the most part, our run defense has not been very good at all. The Giants' run defense has allowed opponents 142.6 rushing yards per game, putting them 29th in the league, which was something that when Bowen came here, all right, his run defense was supposed to be pretty good. It's not been. But in the last 3 games, opponents have averaged 195 rushing yards per game, which is dead last among the 32 teams in the last 3 games for the Giants. Average giving up 195 yards a game rushing, which is pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. That's why I said you got to get somebody in the draft. It depends upon where we're if we're taking a quarterback, who knows, whatever. But I want to see a young defensive tackle, a nice, huge stud in the first or second round to put next to Sexy Dexy. All starts up front. I don't care what our secondary is. Let's get that front wall situated. Right? We get the pressure. But now let's get somebody else in there who can help Sexy Dexy, right, clog up the middle. Let's see here. Stopping the run, Bowen surmised, should create more opportunities for opponents to throw the ball. And the more they have to throw the ball, obviously, the more opportunities to snap the 8-game slide without an interception. We got to get them in some passing situations, get in some favorable situations for us where we can rush, where we can cover, Bowen said. Play with vision. Affect the quarterback. Continue to make the plays that are there. Hopefully get some balls tipped in the air and we can catch them. Just got to create those opportunities for ourselves. And when they present themselves, we got to be able to make them. So, I mean, it's one of those things. It's easy said than done and all that and everything. But, I mean, 8 games in a row without an interception is just absolutely horrible. Absolutely horrible.